trying to get this display installed. Problem is, last year, well, this year, we were a little bit busy. We got besides ourselves. Instead of properly tagging their lights, we actually repurposed them for a different property. Bad mistake on our behalf. However, that means I have to do a total new display and recut the wire so it's tailored to fit this property. So the goal is to try to get this project done within the next 2 hours. I would say I'm gonna try to get it done within an hour. She said her husband gets home at 7. Right now it's 4:59, guys. It's about to be 5. So I'm gonna put this phone down and I'm gonna put my little mic in, so I'll be talking to you guys while I'm on the rooftop. I got my little bulbs out here in the road. You know how I gotta do it, man. This is marketing 101. Put these big bulbs in the road, so when people come down this street, they see this sign, they're like, who is this? And then they see these bulbs, and guess what? They see this light over here on this house, and they see the house next door, and they see the lights on that house, and they're like, man. And then they see the one next door to that, and they're like, man, I need lights. And guess what, like, guys, I did all those lights. So they know who to reach out to when they see me. When they see this elf, they know what time it is. So let me put my mic in, because I don't have time to talk to you guys. I might take the whole spool up to the top and get these. I got to put the clips in. I got to put the bulbs on. I got to do all the whole nine. So let me plug in this mic, y'all, so y'all can hear me when I'm on top of this rooftop. Then after that, I got to go out to another area and actually install a RGB wreath for one of my other properties. I been getting beside myself, guys. I got busy and I had a little bit of a growing pain, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with it. But I'm figuring it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I believe in my ability to figure things out when it gets tough. So let me plug this in. Boom. All right, it's showing my green mic is on, so that means you guys should be able to hear me clearly. I'm gonna put this phone down because I gotta get to work, guys. I gotta get to work. First thing I'm about to do is take this mic off. I'm not the mic. I'm about to take this ladder off the truck. I got a medium ladder that I like to use for this small rooftop. I got an exact property that's literally down the street, the exact same property. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this spot, not the bottom. I'm gonna go straight to the top. I like to get the challenging part of the job done first. So I'm gonna go up to the top. I'm gonna start on that corner. I'm gonna work my way up. I'm gonna cut one strand, one big strand that's gonna go from here. It's gonna go over that top peak and go to that piece. I'm gonna do an inline right here, and I'm gonna go right here to actually add the other light in. From there, I'm gonna go. The power supply is probably gonna drop down right here, and I'm gonna tuck it between the vinyl. It'll power this roof line and this right here. But it's just gonna do the garage part and this piece right here. So I'm gonna get to it. So what's up? Man, my day's going amazing, man. I'm blessed out here. Look at that. I got red. I got that elf hair, guys, inside my beard. Today is amazing. I'm about to do this Christmas light install before her husband get home. She's like, he'll be home at 7. I want to try to surprise him. So guess what, guys? I love challenges. Love that. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna put this mic on my chest here so you guys can hear me, and I'm gonna babble with you. I might not be able to see your comments and all that good stuff, but you guys can see what I'm about to do here. About to go get it in. You got time to play. Got to do it, y'all. She's challenging me. She said her husband will be home at 7, so I'm gonna try to get this done within the next hour. It's currently, I think it's 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, guys. I am in the South here. Oh man, my ladders wasn't strapped on. I'm glad I used this ladder this properly. I'm gonna show y'all that next time. My ladders wasn't secured properly, guys. That's an accident waiting to happen. So I'm glad I actually used this other side of my ladder, right? Y'all don't see me doing this because I'm at the truck. I'm about to snatch this ladder off. I didn't want to move the camera because I figured, you'll see me get this ladder off. And I'm gonna set it up right in front of the camera so y'all can see exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't need my big ladder. I don't need my small ladder. I got a little medium one I have here that can get me right on that rooftop. Once I get on that rooftop, I don't need to use the ladder for anything else. Oh. All right, so this is the one I'm gonna use, y'all. See, this is my little medium ladder. Ain't too crazy. Got a little rope on the back of it so that I can adjust it and pull it up if I need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get the stabilizer out and hurry up and get going. One thing I did find helpful sometimes is when I'm on this rooftop, if I got everything prepared before I get up there, that's ideal. But in this situation, everything is not prepared. I gotta prepare it as I go. So I'm gonna get on that first rooftop level And I'm gonna prepare the lights. I'm gonna leave the spool at the bottom floor, like that piece right there, not above the garage, not the top piece. And I'm gonna drag it. I try not to drag it too much either. I'm gonna drag it a little bit as it's coming off the spool. I don't want to try to take that big old heavy spool all the way up to the top. That's just crazy. All right, I'm gonna pop this right here, y'all. I eat my Wheaties, so you know, here, look for some ladders. Wife be looking at, that wife of mine's be looking at me crazy. Like, what is he doing? All right, so I can straighten this a bit more. This ground is pretty good and level, so that's a concern of mine. Boom, boom. Like, make sure it don't slide, y'all. Then I see I got one of my arms of the ladder right there. Things. The biggest thing on my here, I don't go fast. That's one thing I don't do. But I could operate efficiently. We can do it more efficiently, right, guys? You agree to that? I can operate a little bit more efficiently, making it a little bit more faster. That makes sense to y'all? Whew. All right. So I got my spool. I'm gonna go ahead and put this is my trash can. I carry everything into. Usually I carry the spool. I carry all the materials that I need for the job at hand. This right here, what I'm using, y'all. This is actually a 15-inch spacing, and you can get these in so many different. You can get them in 12-inch spacing. You can get them in 6-inch spacing, 18, 24, 36. Really depends on what you're doing, like for trees and stuff like that. This is a roof line. I typically use 12 to 15 inches on these type of properties. This is a fair size house, so I'm gonna use the 15-inch, and it's gonna look amazing. And you almost can't tell the difference between the two. And what I want to do, to be honest, is you see I got this tub right here of bulbs, right? So there's a lot of different whites. There's pure white, there's cool white, there's traditional warm white, there's sun warm white. There's like 7 to be transparent. So people request a classical color, and more than likely they're referring to like a traditional warm white. That's what they want, or something like a sun warm white. Those both are considered like a traditional style color. Cool white, guys, is the brightest white out of all the whites. And if you guys look at the chart of different hues of light, you'll notice that cool white is on the scale of being the brightest. But I love cool white on a property. Like it takes away that, let's say, classic effect, and it almost makes you feel like it's cold. It's so bright, so bright. I did a property. We did a few properties just all cool white lights, and it turned out really well. I'm gonna try to get some of these bulbs prepared, guys. Because one thing I don't like to do, I'm gonna be real with you. I hate having to do my preparation on, like when I'm up on that peak or on that bottom corner of the rooftop. That is not ideal, y'all. You don't want to be trying to do any type of twisting, any type of extra moving, putting clips on. No, all that should be handled before you get to this spot. And guys, I am not liking this, but I see some of these bulbs. I got a mixture of bulbs, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test this. Like, I'm gonna show you this real quick. So right here, we got two bulbs. They look identical. If you look at them, you're like, oh, those are the same bulbs, right? The only difference is this one here is pure white. This one right here is warm white. This one's not even pure white. I have one that's pure white that has this bottom, this bottom color. This one here is black. This is warm white. I have cool white that looks like this, and I have pure white that looks like this. So you definitely have to look at them. But night and day, I can tell that this is warm white. This right here is either a pure white or cool white. It really depends on which brand that I got. But I know for a fact this is not the one I need. So I'm gonna toss these to the side as I'm going. But I might get a mixture of cool white that look like this. But I'm gonna just screw them in, guys, and I'm gonna test it before I go up because I don't want those colors to be off. One thing you don't want to do is get all the way up to a rooftop and then you plug up the power. And if you're not running the bulbs hot meaning once you go up there, as soon as you start running those bulbs, you know what color everything is. You know everything is screwed in correctly because you can see it. I'm gonna definitely run hot because within the next 30 minutes to an hour, it's gonna get dark. And when it get dark, this light actually helps to be able to see and maneuver. I want to hurry up as well, get done faster, is because humidity starts to pick up at night. I do wear cougar paw shoes to allow me to maneuver on our rooftops. However, those can't protect you in wet conditions. Not too many things can protect you from wet conditions. And I'm talking about like nighttime humidity. You'll start to slip and stuff like that. And it wears the shoes down faster if you're using it on humid areas, because it's not meant to be operated on. It's meant to be at dry conditions, etc., etc. But I'm getting these bulbs on as fast as I can, guys, because I got to test them out and make sure everything good. Sometimes when I have other people prep, or even myself, and we don't double check it after we prep them, I get to the job site thinking everything's good, get on the rooftop, and some of the bulbs are twisted in wrong, etc. So that's another good reason why it's good to test this stuff while it's on the ground. But so many little tiny little steps and stuff like that can save you time if you just plan it out better. And I'm giving you guys a walkthrough because this is like a a diary for myself as well. Me talking about it, I'm remembering the little things that I can be making a better system to try to perfect a little bit better. For instance, if I knew I had to do this property today, I should have had multiple, hundreds of feet of wire already ready. That's what many of the pros do. But I've been trying to deplete my inventory, guys, because if you guys know about how much this stuff costs, it can be costly, and you don't want material sitting for people who didn't rebook from last year. So I try to utilize all my materials, so I'm actually being able to stretch out and see the profit margins of actually having the material, because you can buy a bunch of material and sit on it, and you won't be as profitable that season. When you're getting new clients in this business, you're not necessarily as profitable first year. You get somebody to sign up with you year 2, year 3, then you're in the money, because you're just, for the most part, labor, storage, units, insurance, and stuff like that. Whatever your overhead expenses is, you're more profitable either way it goes, second year versus first. But y'all got any questions for me? Drop them in the comment section. Right now, I'm trying to prepare this house and get it ready before the husband gets home. He'll be home within the next hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'm preparing this display from scratch using E17 socket wire, 15-inch spacing with warm traditional white bulbs, and I got to put this thing together. Like, this bulb, y'all, is funky. It's like it's twisted or something. I think it's bent. It's like we get so many defective things from the direct manufacturers. It's kind of crazy. And guys, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So this is what I'm talking about when I say I don't want to run into these issues. These right here. This is a cool white on the right. And I know that because it says CW at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it says CW. This is a warm white. It says WW. So what's happening is I'm looking at these pieces and I see that both of them are black, and I'm just screwing them in place, assuming that all of them are warm white. That's not the scenario. I'm going to plug this up. They're going to be different colors, and then I got to go back and fix it. So I don't want to look at each individual one like this right now, because I can have a bunch of cool white in there, and I don't want to screw a bunch of cool white in if I know it's warm white is what they're looking for. So stuff like this is nuances that I could have prepared for, and being able to prevent to an extent. So let me keep going, because either way I go, this stuff got to get done. So this right here is cool white. I'm going to toss that to the side. This one right here is bent, and this right here is pure white. So I don't know, it makes me want to slow down and be mindful. It's one of those things where being attentive to the detail comes into play. I'm about to put a nail on this, y'all, and plug this thing in. That's what I'm about to do, because that'll save me a lot of time too. I'm gonna do that right now because I don't have time to plug this stuff in and then it not be the color I want. And then I'm like, I might turn into the Hulk out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just did all of that work and everything is not working. It's the wrong color. I gotta go change out the whole display. That's what I'm not gonna do. So what I'm gonna do here, let me find the end. I'm gonna splice this in real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all. because I know that I got some cool white in here. Unfortunately, I know I got some cool white in here based off of me finding that one bulb. It don't take much to know that some other parts of this could be wrong. I'm not in denial here. Let me grab my snips, grab my snips, grab my snips. Oh, I got my snips in my back pocket. I'll do this thing where I keep the snips in my back pocket every single time. I be looking for them. I'm like, where the snips at? Y'all, where the snips? That's time wasted. I usually have my vest on. I got a vest and I got an apron, like I'm about to go cook something. But I ain't wearing that today because I might put it on when I go up top. But as of right now, I'm gonna do my preparation on the ground before I hit that rooftop. I wanted to do it with that first level, but stuff like this, if I got up there and I got the wrong bulbs, the truck is right there, I can just get what I need. I'm gonna prepare it right here in the yard, and I'm gonna prepare probably 100, maybe 120 bulbs stringed up, ready to go, because on average, that's the majority of my properties. They're usually about 120 linear feet. 100 feet is roughly 18 bulbs when you're using 15-inch spacing. So I can do 100 bulbs and be safe. All right, so check me out, y'all. I got one, which I feel confident about. That's good. I'll show y'all. Show you. So you see all these? These are like, look yellowish. I got one down here. I'm gonna pick up the phone because you guys probably can't see it. It's all the way over here. So these are all traditional warm white. Traditional. Uh-oh, you see that? See what I see? This, guys, is cool white and it's super bright. So check this out. I'm gonna unscrew it and I'm gonna show you on the bottom of it, right there. Can you guys see that? Yeah. It says CW. See, it says CW, WC, no, yeah, CW right there. And it says dim at the top of it. This is a cool white bulb. So now, being that I got this thing plugged up now, when I screw these bulbs in, I should be fine. I should know as soon as I screw them in which one is cool white and which one is traditional. So I'm gonna keep this going. I'm actually doing pretty good. I thought I was gonna have a bunch of cool whites, which I'm happy I don't. Then I see bulbs like this, like doing this flicker crap. Like it shouldn't be flickering. That bulb is bad. So it's one of those things where you just troubleshoot until you make sure you got your stuff together. This one right here don't look like it's turning on. This one, bad bulb. So all the ones I'm tossing on the ground, I know there's an issue with them. I think I got everything screwed in correctly. I usually unscrew it and screw it back in to make sure it's going in equally. This bulb is going in good. It's not working. It's bad. So I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 bulbs from what I was working on already that wasn't so good. So I'm gonna just keep going and I'm gonna replace those before I go up. But I'm looking for everything to turn that yellow, just like that, every time I screw them in. Oh man, my neighbors, they displayed it. See, look at that, y'all. Y'all see that? It's cool white. It's not yellow like that. 2 different colors. I'm gonna take this out. So people usually put these 2 colors together. They usually use sun warm white and also sun warm white and cool white, and they call that color pattern champagne, which I think is amazing. I like that. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm gonna show y'all this display next door that I got. It's actually, they got it on multicolor right now, but they can hit a button and it could be whatever color they want it to be. They got a smart remote hooked to it, so they're changing colors from wherever they're at. What's going on, boss? Yeah. That temperature's trying to drop over here in the south, y'all. I know y'all probably like, man, you don't know what temperature is. They snow where I'm at. I don't know what snow looks like. Well, I know what it looks like. I've been in New York before, but I'm not I'm a southern guy, guys. I'm a southern soul. So the cold and freezing temperatures and snow, that's foreign to me. I'm not my cup of tea. I'm from Florida. We don't know what real I'm in South Carolina, but I'm from Florida. So Florida, definitely don't get no snow. South Carolina, they actually got some like some years ago here. But yeah, y'all like my little diary right now, man. Give me somebody to talk to in this crazy world. When you're out here alone, teammate, I usually have Freddie with me. I usually have, you know, my guys, the dream team. But hey, everybody got life going on right now. You see that bulb, y'all? It flickered, and I had it screwed incorrectly. So that means that bulb is bad. And sometimes, guys, like I'm glad I'm doing the prep down here again, is because sometimes when I'm doing the prep, and I'm like the lights that I haven't used over the last 2 years, that I put in and utilized, they it take about like 30 minutes, and I'll notice that they'll stop working. So hopefully I can get this prep done sooner than 30 more minutes. That way I can go ahead. The install is going to be pretty sweet. This rooftop is not so challenging. I've been on this rooftop, for the last 3 years now. So, well, 2 years for this specific house, but I have one that's identical to this house, literally down the street. And I got the one next door, and I got the one next door to that. Got a few out here. I got a little motion, a little motion. See that, guys? That is a cool white. Wrong color. Cool, wrong color. Going. Hey, I was out here working the other day, and I was talking to Scott. I had Scott working with me. I'm gonna go pick Scott up within the next hour. We got to go put up a 48-inch reef, and the house is pretty high. I don't have the boom lift, guys. I returned the boom lift. That boom lift is costly on a day-to-day rate, so I actually had it for a month, and I've utilized it for my large properties. I'm going to utilize it again when it comes to certain type of takedown. I might have it again next week, though. I have a large oak tree that I got to do, and not the easiest to do an oak tree that's very large in diameter without having the correct reaching tools per se. So I'm gonna do what I can, and I'm gonna get it again probably next Friday. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve it tomorrow. As soon as Monday hit, I know I just returned the lift on Sunday. I mean on Friday. I'm gonna hit them up Monday and try to reserve it for Friday, and hopefully I luck up. If I luck up and get it, I have it for the weekend, and I'll knock out a few more projects, guys. So working on getting it in. I know one thing, this temperature out here dropping on me, boy. Whew. What's temperature drop for me, y'all? It's right now, it's probably in the 40s. Y'all probably like, man, you don't know what cold is. But hey, it's cold enough for me. Cold enough. My wife trip all the time and say, you anemic. Nah, got that Florida blood, man. I don't know nothing about this cold stuff. This is crazy. Our winter is not our winter's not even a winter in Florida. The grass don't turn brown. It stays green year round. It slow down with growing, but it stays green year round in a part of Florida that I think it's like that in Texas as well, if I'm not mistaken. And guys, I'm just rolling. Let me count these bulbs, because from the looks of it, I think I might have enough, to be honest. I think I might have enough. I've been doing this prep for about 15 minutes maybe, and I think I might have oh boy, trying to get it done. Trying to get it done before the husband get home. She'll be happy about that. They'll be happy. They'll be like, man, just when I thought he was going to forget about us this season, he came through. I spoke to her, and she's like, she's like, it's a good thing you've been busy. I'm happy you've been busy, and I'm glad you didn't forget about us. I love when those customers are understanding. People, when I'm hyper focusing on something, guys, so I think it's going to change the game when it comes to customer engagements and stuff. I'm trying to hyper focus on not being transactional and not just trying to sell something to somebody, but actually build meaningful relationships. You see me? We got a cool white, y'all. Trying to get rid of the cool white and mixed in with the warm white. But I'm trying to focus on building meaningful relationships, because when people see you more so as like a friend, I've been doing a lot of reading, of course. This ain't just coming off of Rob just as becoming a good person or something. I feel like when new information is presented and from a perspective that you didn't previously know, it's growth. It's something you can learn and take from it and apply it. And that's where I'm at. I'm trying to, anything that I'll learn that I feel is necessary and applies to my life, not everything. Because, you got to have your biased opinions about things. Just because somebody says something doesn't make it true. Like, I'm big on that. But anywho, back to the topic at hand. Trying to focus on improving client relationships and just building more meaningful relationships, because I think that's going to open up the doors for many other things outside of what I'm doing here in this business. Of course, I do have people that ask, hey, what do you do year round, etc. We got a cool white, y'all. They ask me what I do year round. Tell them landscape, but to be honest, I haven't dipped into exactly the direction I want to go with my landscape business this year. Yes, I've been doing, sod installation, landscape installations and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm really passionate about some other things, and I just heard something by a pretty good author who run on the Inc. 500, and she was saying that, what did she say? What was that line she used? And I was like, that's a bar. She said, it'll come back to me, y'all, but got another cool way, y'all. Got another cool way. It's looking like a sunny land over. Look at all this light, y'all. Look at all this light. And all of them screwed in. So I'm actually going to do a count real quick. And that line will come to me in a second. What we got going on? How's your day? Who's watching? Who's watching? Hit that like button, y'all. All right. I'm going to do a count real quick. Try to see where I'm at. But yeah, I was talking about building meaningful relationships. She said, what did she say? Sometimes I gotta hear things multiple times to remember. Not to say that what she said didn't hold value, but sometimes when I hear stuff, it means something. I take it I apply it in a certain way to, like, it don't mean the same thing to everybody. It's like going to church. When the pastor's preaching, just because he's preaching, that don't mean that everything he's saying is for you. But some of those things he's saying is for you. So to me, sometimes it's okay to forget. I'm human. But I do need to do better at that, because she had a bar and I was like, ooh, that's good. I don't just take everything somebody says and say, you know what, this is great. Everything they say is just great, because that's not necessarily true. All right, y'all. I think I got enough prep. I got text messages rolling in, etc. My family, they texting they behind off a minute. I got my family in a group message, so I get a bunch of text messages. That's probably what y'all hearing. But I got a bunch of light here, y'all. I'm gonna do a little count real quick because I'm curious how many lights I have. But I'm sure I'm gonna probably need at least 120. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, yeah, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 88, 88, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100, 2, 4, 6, 6, 8. Man, I got a call in. My bad, y'all. Somebody called me. I'm finna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I end up finishing the count, y'all. I finished the count and it was actually 116. So I got 4 more bulbs to put on, and I think I'll be in a safe zone to have enough light for this property. That's one, and she just got back home. And that's one. After that, y'all, I'm actually going to run my power wire. I'm gonna run my power wire all the way up to the rooftop. No, ma'am, I'm about to get on this rooftop and get these lights up. We're about to be shining bright again. No problem. All right. I love my clients. This business makes a lot of people so happy, y'all. Don't y'all like in the industry where the people are just so happy and they're smiling? Love it, love it, love it. But let me get my clips, y'all. I gotta put these clips on. So I got all the bulbs put on. And today, I'm really particular about how my bulbs face. Today, guys, I don't know. So these right here, I'm gonna break it to you real quick so you understand what I'm talking about. This right here is an enclosed clip. These are one of my favorites to use. However, I can slide these. This house is a shingled house, so I slide this under the shingle and the bulb faces up. I don't like any of my bulbs to face up. It just doesn't look as good. It's just my opinion. Instead, though, and also you can only put these clips on by taking the bulb off. As you guys just saw, I just screwed every last one of these bulbs in. So I would need to do that again to get all these clips on. I could use an alternative clip that's open-ended. However, when it comes to taking the lights down, when pulling the strip of lights, the whole strip's going to stay on top of the roof. And I mean, the clips are going to stay on. And I don't want to have to get up on top of the roof just to do that. So this right here is actually enclosed clip as well. This is called a tough clip, and it's really durable. These are 2 different clips right here, but they have the same purpose. This one right here I don't use, which is the tough clip, which is more durable. It's thicker in texture. However, that big hole, the bulb, it's like you got to make sure your line is very tight, and it just looks like it's a wiggly line. This one, however, works the same way, and it keeps the bulb in a fixed position, and it's not as durable, but it doesn't break, so it works perfect. So I use these very, very, very last option. I just keep them with me just so I can have them. These are the ones I'm going to use today, guys. I'm going to go back through and unscrew the bulbs, put them back in, because when it comes to pulling these bulbs, I mean, the strands up the rooftop, I don't need these to come out. I need them to all come up, and I don't need any type of issues with them unscrewing or nothing like that. So I'm going to take all these bulbs out. I just did a count. It's 120. I got to go back through, take them out, and put these in, and then I'll be ready to roll. So I'll talk to you guys on this while I'm doing this. So I tested the power. I'm going to make sure I got them screwed in tight enough, because as I unscrew them, there's more room to air. Additional time, there's room for air for me not to, maybe I screw it in crooked or something like that. By having it powered, that may not happen. And I'm gonna get my sleeves, y'all, because this temperature's starting to drop. I ain't lying. Man, my display is looking amazing. I got one display I'm looking at right now, and they don't look so pretty. I got some bulbs that are hot glued around the garage, and with the weather shifting and it get cooler and stuff like that, the bulbs fell down. So I'm not so happy about that. And the problem with that is, with this humidity and a cool breeze, it's hard to get those bulbs to stick on if I go over there and try to fix the problem right now. So I'm gonna try to fix the problem after I get done with this display. But it's a possibility that those bulbs are not gonna screw on that well. I hope y'all can hear me better. I just put my jacket on and I changed the orientation of the mic, so y'all can hear me a little bit better. But What I'm doing is a little time consuming. This is something you definitely want to do at home or at the office or whatever before you actually get to the job site. Um, so what I could do and make this look amazing as well, which is what I might do, is instead of facing the bulb up, I'm gonna face the bulb down. That's the reason why I don't mind using these clips. I'm gonna face it down, and when I clip it in, this thing is gonna shine so bright off the fascia. They call it the fascia, the front facing of the boards there, and they're gonna like it. It's gonna look amazing. I could face it up, but I feel like every contractor does everything the same exact way, and to me, I don't know. To me, it don't look the best when the bulbs face up. So I'll face mine down or I face it out. Those are my two options, for me at least. I haven't had anybody who had an issue with it or nothing like that, so I'm gonna keep at it. 3 down, 117 to go, y'all. I don't know what the time is, but that shows you I gotta really get to it when it comes to getting the display up. I'm not too worried about that rooftop because I'll be dancing up there. I'm not really worried about it. I'm just trying to. I got everything prepared because what's a big waste of time is getting up there and having to make all these adjustments. It really, really sucks. It really sucks to have to swap out clips for this type of. It just sucks, y'all. So, I got one of my guys. He was in North Carolina today, and he just got back. He told me swing to him, pick him up, but bro, I'm a little too far out right now. I'm about 40 minutes away from him, and I don't want to go 40 minutes to him and then another 40 minutes back to this job site, which can help it get done faster. But usually, y'all, when I'm doing this type of work, it takes long. The most of the job is on the rooftop, getting this stuff done safely and efficiently. Um, that's usually the thing. But yeah, make sure I'm facing these the right way, y'all, because I want this to look amazing. I got about 10% left on my phone, y'all. I'm gonna have to share what it looks like after. Man, I kid you guys not. I did charge this phone to 60% when I got started. My phone, I just need a new phone. If y'all put in the comment section, y'all, should I get a new phone? Because my wife be on my neck saying my phone is always dead. I'm always using it. And guess what, guys? I'm out here trying to share this information with you guys. So put in the comment section and I'll show her. It's like, hey, he needs a new phone because we enjoy the content. We enjoy the meaningful conversation that Robert is having with us. Yep. Yep. Come along, y'all. Yeah, I could have prepared this stuff way earlier today, but very time consuming on site. And being that I started this video and y'all seen where I started from scratch, you can see that it could take time if you're doing you're prepping stuff on site versus actually having it prepared before you go out to the job site. So it's just one of those things to be mindful of. You don't necessarily want to prep on site. If you could prep this stuff, in 100 feet, like now this is probably 100 and if I got 120 bulbs, it's definitely over 120 feet.